All right. As you may know, Gage Grosskreutz really felt left out. Everybody was getting to sue the city of Kenosha but him. And so he got together with his brainless attorney, Kimberly Motley, and they decided to sue the city of Kenosha, the police chief, and the sheriff, and just about everybody under the sun. So I got a copy of this from Kevin Mathewson today, and I was reading through it and kind of chuckling at some of the inanity in it, because after all, this was written by Kimberly Motley, or was it? And I'm reading this thing through here, and you read off the first part, the introduction. We appreciate you guys. We really do. What the hell kind of opening is that? There's not even a period in there. I mean, do we really need to take artistic license out on a lawsuit? Okay, so I'm reading this, and I get down to a part here, and I start to recognize certain things, making me wonder if I had not picked up a copy of John Huber's lawsuit. If you remember, I did a video on John Huber's lawsuit where we laughed at some of the craziness that's in it. I mean, just absolute ridiculousness. But at any rate, I'm reading this and I'm thinking, I've read this before. And then it dawned on me, wait, she copied and pasted John Huber's lawsuit into her own. This is Kimberly Motley. And you know when she's involved, it's going to be fun. Hello out there. I am trying to get through.
With his powerful brainwaves cradled in the warmth of reasoning, it's time for Johnny Walker Dredd to straighten you out on a thing or two. Emanating all the way from exciting Las Vegas, Oklahoma, it's the Johnny Walker Dredd Show.
So I'm reading Kimberly Motley's lawsuit here, and I get to this statement. Jacob Blake is black. Kyle Rittenhouse is white. And I thought to myself, I know I've seen that before. So I found John Huber's lawsuit and started reading it and realized that about half of the lawsuit has just been copied and pasted over into Gaige Grosskreitz's lawsuit. Take a look. Number 93. Jacob Blake is black. Kyle Rittenhouse is white. And so I started thinking, wait a minute, how much has been plagiarized? It's immense. Kimberly Motley writes, the armed individuals were all white. Similarly, the protesters were advocating a viewpoint critical of the police, blah, blah, blah. The difference in treatment of the two groups was stark. The white pro-police armed militia was allowed by defendants to patrol the streets, blah, blah, blah. And then you go over to John Huber's lawsuit. The armed individuals were all white. Similarly, the protesters were advocating a viewpoint critical of the police, blah, blah, blah. The difference in treatment of the two groups was stark. The white pro-police armed individuals were allowed by defendants, blah, blah, blah. It's the same. And we can do couple more examples here. Motley writes, specifically, working in concert with these others, defendants targeted individuals of color and individuals allied with them in protest against racial discrimination, including Grosskreutz, by creating a dangerous environment in which injury to Grosskreutz and others was highly likely. What does Huber's lawsuit state? Specifically, working in concert with these others, defendants targeted individuals of color and individuals allied with them in protest against racial discrimination, including Huber, by creating a dangerous environment in which injury to Huber and others was highly likely. So, just changing Huber to Grosskreutz. It didn't all play out very well. Number 143 in Gage Grosskreutz's lawsuit states, the misconduct described in this count was objectively unreasonable and was undertaken intentionally with malice, willfulness, and reckless indifference to the rights of Huber and others. Motley, Gage Grosskreutz is your client, not Huber. Just a little tip. Now, this is not an intellectual property issue. Nobody is claiming that these are original thoughts and such. So this is not plagiarism in that respect. But it just shows the laziness of lawyers. I mean, good grief. You can't write your own lawsuit? You really have to just grab somebody else's lawsuit and change the names? Now, you may wonder, well, what about Levy and Levy, the ones who wrote John Huber's lawsuit? Did they go along with this? Well, they might have. I mean, they might have just given Kimberly Motley their lawsuit and said, sure, take it and change the names all you like. But why would they do that? John Huber paid for that. And so he's the one that's out here. So somehow Gage Grosskreutz's lawyer got a good deal, was able to put together a lawsuit with very little effort. In fact, I cannot see how this could have taken more than one afternoon to put together, because basically about half of it was already written by another law group. So Kimberly Motley, no, you have done nothing to impress me yet so far, and this definitely doesn't help. Like my videos, subscribe to my channel.